Right, I think we're live. Let me know if you can hear me and see me okay. The chat was working this morning, but the chat is now not working. Okay, so bear with us a minute. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you can hear me and see me okay. The chat is there working. Although that's this morning's chat. Bear with us a minute. There we go. Right, the chat is working. Yeah, let me know if you can hear me and see me okay, and let me know if the music from the app, I have the digital app running on my computer, let me know if that is too loud, too quiet, although I can't really turn it up, but let me know if it's too loud. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody for joining me. This is part one of a series of live stream videos where I'm going to be playing through the entire campaign from Lord of the Rings Journeys in Middle-earth. This is an older game now. came out a couple of years ago. I've actually played through I played through the first scenario like 3 times. I've actually started the campaign 3 times, and I've actually played through to scenario 3 or 4, but then just never got any further. Anyway, as many of you know, part of my January plans was to take the month off from doing commissioned work and actually produce live stream content funded purely through the Patreon. So yeah, thank you very much to all of my Patreon supporters for making January possible. And James is in the chat. James is my new supporter as of this morning. So thank you very much, James. James is in the chat. He was first in the chat today. Sarastro's here as well. I assume you'll be busy, Mark, doing some more videos, but you can scrub forward later on, and you'll see some of the painted miniatures that I've got. I haven't managed to paint them all. My plan was to paint all of the miniatures I needed ready for this episode. Unfortunately, didn't manage to get a chance to do it. I've painted 21 of them. I have Gimli and Legolas unpainted, unless they are covered in coal in a black room at night. No, these have been undercoated. They've yet to be painted. Anyway, yeah, so thank you very much to everybody for joining me. As I say, this is part one, and I'm wholly unprepared for it. I don't actually remember how to play. So this, if you're expecting one of my proper tutorial videos on teaching you how to play, this is not going to be it. I have not looked at this game for probably over a year. So today I'm going to be relearning how to play, and we're going to be making a start. So if you don't know the game at all, or you're looking to learn the game, this will actually be a good video for you, because yeah, I'm basically going to be learning how to play it. Now, the normal FFG style, which I like, I know a lot of people don't, but I like. So we have 2 rule books, and we have a learn to play guide. Now, I'm not going to be reading through it in its entirety because, as I say, I have played it a couple of times before, so a lot of it will be familiar to me. But we are going to, first of all, load up the app. So this is, you need the app to play it. Yeah, kill orcs, avoid Sauron. Yeah, dead easy. So we basically click new game. Oh, now I need to switch to, now why have I suddenly gone dark on there? I know why. Because my colour correction is different based on the scene. There we go. Let's make myself a bit brighter. And let's reduce that down a bit. There we go. That looks a bit better. Right, so yeah, I need to switch to this. So select campaign, select difficulty. Well, we're gonna play on probably easy, to be honest, because I don't want to have to replay the same scenario multiple times. Oh, let's have a bit of, have we got audio? No, we don't have audio. So you'll get me reading it. Ancient kingdoms once spanned the realm of Arnor, kingdoms that now lay in ruin. The free people who still inhabit these lands are scattered, simple and few. Beyond their poorly patrolled borders, an unknown darkness gathers, and only a small band of ostracized rangers has taken notice of the threat. Halbarad, captain of the Northern Watch, requests your aid. A shadow is within the borders. Forces gather outside the rangers' reach, and tales of unquieted dead begin to circulate anew. Right, so I don't have Hunt for the Ember Crown, and I don't have Shadowed Path. Shadowed Path, you need to buy the expansion. Hunt for the Ember Crown is a DLC extra campaign that's included with it, which I plan to get at some point. But for now, we're playing Bones of Arnor. Is there more? Oh, there is more. Haunting of Dale. Right, new one. So we're playing Bones of Arnor. Select difficulty. Easy, easy, easy. Adventure. Explore every corner of Middle-earth. Normal or hard. I don't know what adventure is. This is a new one. I just remember last time being easy, sorry, normal and hard. I don't remember what adventure is. I don't know what adventure is. Yeah, do we have... I don't know. What should I say? I mean, it says here, so yeah, the reason I don't remember it is last time it was only normal or hard, but we have this one. Anybody in the chat know what adventure mode is, and should I be selecting that one? Because if that is easier, oh, here we go. You will have more time and resources on adventure difficulty than normal. Tell you what, let's go with that one then. Your resources will be limited. So they didn't used to have this one. Your resources will be limited and you will face fiercer enemies on hard. Right, okay, we're going to go with adventure mode. Okay? It is going to be easier, but as I say, I don't want to get like 6 or 7 in and then die and have to restart it. I'm here for the story. So, select save slot. We're going to go into save slot 1. Select heroes. Okay, so my patron supporters voted back in December of which 2 heroes I would be playing with so that I could paint the miniatures in advance. Obviously didn't paint the miniatures in advance, but we have Legolas and we have Gimli. Okay, so they are the 2 characters we're playing. Select starting items. So this is the selected starting items it recommends. Takes the hero's corresponding figure and hero card and places them in their play area. These heroes will be used for the duration of the campaign. Yes, so let's go back to this. Yeah, if playing single player, you'd play 2 heroes and control both of them. Right, so the app has assigned starting items for each hero. Find the item cards that match the name and tier displayed in the app and place them below the hero card. So the game comes with a huge amount of item cards. And what is it we needed? We needed cloak, great bow, ring mail, and battle axe. Now, I don't know if that's random or if that's fixed based on the characters, because there's a lot of randomly generated stuff in the app. The music is so cool. I need to watch the Lord of the Rings Lord of the Rings films again. Right, I'm not finding anything. Great bow, battle axe at the bottom. Of course they were. Was that right? Yeah, great bow 1, battle axe 1. Yes. Okay, cloak and ring mail. That will be in this set. Cloak and ooh, no ring mail. Ah, ring mail. Ring mail. Right, okay, items. Where do the items go? Place them near their hero card. Players may select different starting items in the app if they wish. Okay, so that's good. Ralph is here, he just finished painting it. Now you've got to find time to play it. Yes, that's that's what this is. So, these basically go, I don't know where. I'm going to put them above or below. I'll put them below for now. Okay, now I need to remember that each of these characters has a special ability as well. I know last time I played, I actually forgot that they had special abilities. Right, create the damage, the fear, and the weakness decks. That's this. This is the damage deck. This is all of the damage cards. They will get shuffled. You will be told by the app to draw damage cards whenever you take damage in combat. And you'll draw a card, and that will do that. And then you have the fear deck. And we need the weakness skill cards. Only the weakness skill cards, not other skill cards, which is these. Which are basically, they don't do anything, there's just a nice pretty picture on them. But they are the weakness skill cards. So they can go there. The supply, so I've got some little tubs with the tokens in. You don't need to see them just yet. 3 types of boon cards. I've got these, which is determined, emboldened, and hidden, which are various statuses that the characters can have. And then begin the campaign. Yeah, so there's loads of stuff off camera that you've not seen. Smaller cards, yes, the cards are small and the text on them is a little bit tiny. Right, okay, so we are selecting party name. Ooh. I don't know, I'm never good at picking names. Heroes of Columpton. Right, okay, there we go. Begin.
The shadows grow, though few take notice. The vigilant, the wary, and the old. We can feel it, but it is a darkness that rises slowly. It dwells among us, masked and unobtrusive. One must be paranoid to know it's there, to notice, hunt it.
If that is too quiet, let me know.
In recent months, a rash of thefts have swept through Eriador, from the white towers of Emin Beriad to the old ruins of Weathertop. Not 2 weeks past, many of the older treasures of the Shire's Matham House disappeared into the night. The significance of these thefts may seem small, but I sense the shadows in their wake. I fear a sinister and hidden purpose, and so I have called for your aid.
I guess that is Halbarad. Okay, so a shadow in Eriador, chapter 1. We are there. Continue. This app is really well done. Really, really well done. The theft of the Matham House is the talk of the Shire, for seldom do the Shire folk play a role in the larger world, and so these events seem small as a hobbit. But one small fellowship has gathered together to seek out these brigands. Save and quit. Yeah, we're not going to save and quit. Right, select roles. Okay. Now, I did... I left it a bit late before posting on a Facebook group this morning to ask for... suggestions of which roles I should play for the characters. I don't think I've had any... Nope, I've had no response. So I think I'm going to go random. Unless anybody's got any other suggestions. I think I'm going to go random. So we have musician, guardian, hunter, captain, burglar, and pathfinder. Now, this might be a complete disaster. I don't know. I mean, there are suggested ones. A hero's role determines that hero's capabilities. Each role has a specific purpose. Maybe I should go with the standard ones. Yeah, no, I think I'll go with the standard ones. Yeah, random seems a bit random. Okay, so Legolas is suggesting hunter, although Ian is in the chat and saying pathfinder. Okay. Roberto's here. Welcome. Okay, well, Ian's saying we'll go pathfinder with Legolas. Have you got any suggestions about who we should go for with Gimli? Because it suggests guardian for Gimli. But if you've got any other suggestions, we can have captain, hunter, guardian, musician, or burglar. Which one of those do you want me to go with? Tommy's saying Gimli sounds like a fine musician, so we've had one vote for musician, one vote for hunter. Peter is suggesting musician as well. And in fact, somebody posted on my gaming rules page, Paul, and said Gimli would make a great musician because of his saxophone. Yeah. Okay, we're going musician then. We are going Gimli the musician with his saxophone. Okay, so let me go back to the app. I'm having to do a bit of manual switching here. This is a little bit fiddly, but I think this will be all right. So Legolas is going to be Pathfinder, and Gimli is going to be musician. Okay. Now, I don't know if you can change them during the campaign. I know you can respec your character to some extent, but I don't know if you can change them. Right, we need to pause that for now and switch back to the actual game for me to set up. That's all right, Paul. We forgive you. Just if you can limit the bad jokes to one every 30 minutes, that would be great. So, skill cards. So each hero starts the game with 15 skill cards. First of all, you've got your basic cards. So, and this is really tiny writing, so you will need glasses. You've got 6 basic cards, and there are 5 sets of these included in the game because there's one for each player. You can play up to 5 players. So each character needs a set of the 6 basic cards. You then need the skill cards number 1 to 5 that have their hero name on the bottom. So there are Legolas cards 1 to 5, and Gimli cards 1 to 5. Okay, so that's 11. And then you take the skill cards numbered 1 to 3 that have their roll on the bottom of it. So if we're looking at musician, we need to take musician cards numbered 1, 2, and 3. Tiny little numbers, probably not going to focus in time, but tiny little numbers right on the bottom there. Is it going to focus? I don't think it's going to focus. No, it's not going to focus. Anyway, there's a tiny little number right on the bottom there. I don't know how some people who do live streams, they're able to hold a card up to the camera and it focuses like straight away, and mine doesn't at all. So there we go. So that's those 3. And we need the Pathfinder cards as well. Pathfinder 1, 2, 3. They've got a green shade as well. So these starting cards, the first 3 starting cards have actually got a green shade compared to the sort of brown shade of the other one. So it'll help you find them more easily. Okay, so Captain, Guardian, Hunter, and Burglar can disappear. We do not need those at all. The other Pathfinder and Musician cards, they can go to one side. We will need those. We will need those later on. Right. Then you also add 1 weakness card. Now the weakness card doesn't really matter. As I say, there's a different picture and there's a name, but that is actually irrelevant. It's just a weakness card. It's a dead card in your deck. But you shuffle random just to give a little bit of flavour. Okay, so Legolas's weakness is that he's being followed. Gimli's weakness is that he's been cut off. Right, okay, so that's those weakness cards. That is each character's 15 card deck. And then what you're going to do is, I think, you prepare the roll card and create the skill deck. So you find the starting skill that's numbered 1. And it has actually, let me see if I can find a way to get this to focus by holding up a map piece maybe. Is it going to focus? Come on. Why is it not focusing? There it is. Took a while. You can see just to the left and the right of the name, there's some fancy artwork. Yeah, little icons. That means it's the starting card. It's also number 1. So this is musician card number 1. And this actually goes in play. So each character starts the game with this skill in play. It's prepared. So yeah, and it says below the hero card. Okay, so I'm going to put equipment off to the right, I think. Okay, and the same for Legolas. We have Pathfinder 1. So that is a skill that they start with in play. The rest of your starting skills is shuffled and placed face down in the play area. Yeah, okay. Who else is here? Matt's here. Hi, Matt. Oliver's here. Yeah, loads of people are here. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Oh, you can change roles between chapters. Ian's a friend of mine. Ian lives up in Taunton. Ian's played the campaign of this once or twice, I think. And you've painted all the miniatures as well. So thank you for giving me some inspiration to get on with mine. But yeah, so you can change roles between chapters. Right, okay. Nice. So if it isn't working out, you can switch. Right, skill deck. Skill deck. Place starting tiles and tokens. So we now we need to select Embark in the app. Let's go back to the app while I'm shuffling. Somewhere amid this maze of dark thickets and steep gullies, the band of thieves now hides. I've done this before. This is like the 5th time I've played this scenario. Your direction is informed by a set of tracks from 2 days ago, and you can only guess the location of the thieves' lair. Okay, so 302 as indicated. So I've got all of the map tiles for the game just off camera, and I've got them sorted out because there's loads of them. And what I've done is I've put them in piles. So all of the 1 territory ones are 1, then the 2s, then the 3s, then the 4s. And the numbering system tells you that. So 302A, the first number of that is the number 3, which means it's going to have three things on it. So I could have put these in order, but I didn't. So 302A, and they're 2-sided. So the A means A side up. 302A. There you go. Right, okay. So they can go back off camera. Let's get the rule book out of the way for a minute. So it's telling me to place 302A like that. Still got this lump in this board. I need to sort this out. This game topper doesn't sit flat completely for some reason. I still haven't worked out why. Anyway, so that's going there. If you cannot locate and enter the hideout by dark, the trail may be altogether lost. Place heroes as indicated. Each hero scouts 2. Okay, so again, apologies for these not quite being painted. I'm going to be painting these this week, I think. That's the plan. Although I was still working on rulebooks at midnight last night, so who knows. Each hero scouts 2. Right, okay, now we need to go back to the scouting rules. So yeah, this is Legolas and this is Gimli. I actually have a third camera set up. Okay, so this is a third camera, which is a little webcam that I have on the desk, which I'm going to use. Now, obviously the quality isn't very good and they are black. So there we go. It'll be better once they've, once we've got some monsters on the board, then it will be better. Right, okay. Video seems to have gone a bit fuzzy. Yes, it should be all right at this end. Russ is here as well. Game intrigues me. Doesn't think he'd play it much. Well, you say that. If you came around here, you would. Right, okay. Not that you're allowed to. Don't come round. We'll both get arrested. So we've done that. The other good thing with the app, I'm just going to mention this, is it actually shows you, if you zoom around, you can see this fog here. This fog tells you roughly where the map is going to expand to. So I know where on the board I can put this. Yeah? It's really, obviously, with games like this, if you explore, you end up having to keep moving the map around. So the fog of war is there, so that you don't have to do that. It's just a really nice little feature. You saw that, didn't you? Yeah, okay. Right. Battle cam, yes. Play starting to, right, done that. Yeah, done that. The players begin their adventure. Playing the game. Right, so. Now we haven't done the Scout 2 yet. It's not mentioned that in here. Is it going to? Scouting. Where is scouting? I'm having to sort of flip forward because I'm sure it will mention it. I think it's something like draw 2 cards, keep 1 and put the other to the bottom of your deck or something like that. Where is it? Where is the rules for scouting? I didn't think you'd have to look at the reference guide at the start. What have I missed something? Because it said each hero scouts 2. But then it hasn't actually told me what that means. Okay, I'll come back to that. Let me know whereabouts it is in the rulebook if I've missed it. Right, so game is played over a series of rounds. Each round has 3 phases. The action phase where we move around and we do stuff. The shadow phase where the bad guys do stuff. And then the rally phase where you prepare for the next round. The action phase, you can take turns in whatever order you want. You get 2 actions, which can be to travel, to attack, or to interact. Traveling is basically moving around the board. Yeah. Exploring, you get the thingy token. Each time a hero moves to an adjacent space, and you so yeah, the travel action is move twice, but you can interrupt that movement by doing another action. So you could travel, move 1, do another action, and then move the other one. Yeah. Why is it called Middle-earth? It's Journeys in Middle-earth. Middle-earth, as in Tolkien. That's the name for the world of Lord of the Rings. Right. A map tile that is an explore token is unexplored. Yeah. When you move to unexplored, you get there to explore the tile. Yeah. Okay. I can't remember how new things appear. Attack action, we'll get to that in a minute. Interact action, that's where you can interact with those tokens. We'll get to that in a minute. Shadow phase, we'll get to that when we get to it. And the rally phase, we'll get to that when we get to it. Tests, again, we'll get to that. Damage and fear, we'll get to that. And additional rules, we don't need additional rules. Right. Yeah, I don't seem to remember having this problem last time. Yeah, when you explore, new things appear. Oh, why is the world called Middle-earth? Is there a top or a bottom? I don't know. That is a very good question. I think it's sort of the middle. Yeah. Obviously, all of the maps that you see of the world of Middle Earth is Lord of the Rings is just that bit. But if you look online for pictures of the whole world, whatever the world is called, you will see larger bits. And yeah, it's kind of in the middle, I think. Right. Well, I'm a bit baffled by this, and yeah, I don't remember having this issue last time. So let me go to the reference book, which I've put somewhere safe because I didn't think I needed it. Where have I put it? Oh, it's over there. Right, let's have a look at Scout. Glossary, page 6. Yeah, advanced rules. We shouldn't need to do this. I'm sure it's in there somewhere. I just don't know where. And this is the first printing of the game as well. So if there's any errata or anything like that, I don't have it. I should have, I should have gone online and found any errata. Scouting, right. Scouting is a keyword that allows heroes to prepare and reorder cards in their skill deck. When in effect instructs a hero to scout X, that hero reveals X cards from the top of their deck. That hero may prepare one of those cards, and then you place the other cards on the top or the bottom of your skill deck. The cards placed can be placed all on the top, all on the bottom, or split between the two. Right, okay, so there we go. Don't forget the wardrobe to the left. Yes. Okay, so it did say all heroes. Yeah, it said each hero scouts 2. Okay, so we're going to look at. We're going to do Legolas first. And we've drawn our nasty card and another one, right? So we're obviously going to put the nasty card to the bottom and we're going to prepare that. Now you can have, I think it's 4 cards prepared at any time or something like that. Interact action. Yeah, I'm sure I read that somewhere. But again, this Learn to Play guide seems like it doesn't have everything in there that you would need. I mean, it can't have everything, but I'm just surprised right at the start that it did that. Yeah, it's like this rule about preparing cards. Here we go. The rally phase. It says each hero resets their deck by shuffling their discard pile and then scout 2. So it tells you there in the rally phase, a hero can have 4 skill cards prepared at any time. Right, okay. So Legolas has Trailblazer and Light-Footed. I need to remember all of these because you can't see them because it's a bit small. Gimli has drawn 2 cards, which is Unyielding Spirit and Fury. So these are both good. And I'm going to put Unyielding Spirit, and then I'm going to put the other one on top of the deck. There you go. So both heroes have scouted 2. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to continue. A murder of angry crows flutters and mutters close by. Place a search token as indicated. So that's actually in the area that we are in. So we've got something to search here. Okay. The forest is filled with animal life and you spot several promising game trails. Okay. We get another search token. That can go there. Place tile 100A as indicated. Oh, 100A. Right. Okay. I thought there was going to be more stuff. So that can go there. And you place an exploration token on it, I believe. In the distance, a group of ragtag individuals close the door of a stone tomb. Suspicious. Could this be your quarry, the thieves that you are looking for? Place a person token as indicated. And 101A. Okay, that's the other little piece. So that's going to go there. Oh, and 208A. Lots of pieces. Which one's 208? 208A. It's like a little jigsaw. That's going there. I think that's right. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. That's it. Okay, so we need to put exploration tokens on those 2 spaces, but not on the first one. Interestingly enough, not on 100A. Pausing to tighten your boots and adjust the weight of your gear, you take a breath before continuing on. Each hero must test that, which is spirit. Each hero who passes gains 1 inspiration. Right, okay, let's just flip back to this. So here's the board that I've set up. I've created this map as per the image. I've put exploration tokens on these. What that means is that these 2 areas, these 2 tiles are completely unexplored. And the first time you move onto it, you actually explore the tile and take this off. But this one that I started on, this is explored, this one's explored, and these here are tokens that we can interact with. So this is the crows, this was the animals, and this was the thieves, we think. Oh, Dan's in the chat. Hi, Dan. And Jill's here as well. Thank you for joining in. So yeah, so that's the map setup. I can probably zoom in a little bit more for now. Yeah, there we go. Right, now, what was the app telling us to do? Each hero tests spirit. So we need to read the rules on tests. And again, if the music from the app gets a bit too loud, let me know. Let me know. Tests. Right. Tests are the primary way which heroes interact with the world and attack enemies. Each test requires a hero to use one of their stats. So you have might, wisdom, agility, spirit, and wit. To perform a test, you reveal cards from the top of the skill deck. The number of cards is equal to the stat being tested. So Legolas's spirit is 2, Gimli's spirit is 4. After revealing cards, you determine the number of successes you have. You're looking for success icons on the card. Yeah, and if you draw the fellowship symbol, is it the fellowship symbol? Fate icon. If a card has the fate icon on, that doesn't have any effect, but you can spend inspiration to turn a fate icon into a success. Now, neither of my characters have that icon at the moment, so we're just going to see. We will see, yes. So each hero needs to test spirit, and we need 1 success. Okay, so first of all, we're going to test Legolas's spirit. He's got a spirit of 2, which means I'm going to be drawing 2 cards. Now, I'm just checking to see if I've got any abilities. No. Okay, so we're drawing 2 cards. We reveal them, and we're looking in the top left for a success. We haven't drawn 1, we've drawn 2 fate cards, but that isn't a success, so that doesn't count. Now, what happens to these cards? All cards revealed go into the discard pile. Okay, so you have a discard pile next to your deck. Gimli is testing spirit, he's testing 4, and he's got an ability, he's got a skill, whenever you test spirit, you may discard this skill to add 1. Now, I don't know if I can wait to see what I get before discarding that. So that's the way I'm going to play it, but let me know in the chat if that is wrong. Gimli has drawn 2 successes. Okay, so he didn't need to use the unyielding spirit. That's gone. I'm going to put them sideways, actually. That's my discard pile. So Gimli got a success, which means Gimli has an inspiration token. So that goes there. There we go. So each hero who passes gains 1 inspiration. Done that. Right, my objective has been updated. Confront the thieves. Action phase. Okay, right. And you see here at the top, there is this bar 15. Don't worry about that for now, but basically in the shadow phase, every unexplored area is going to add to that. So you don't want to leave the areas unexplored for too long. Right, it is now the action phase. And my characters can now do lots of cool stuff. So you don't have a hand of cards. For some reason I thought you had a hand of cards, but you don't. You have these prepared cards here. You can discard that card if you needed the success even after drawing your cards. Thank you, Neil. Right. Yeah, I thought you might be able to. So we want to investigate these, although the thieves are there. And we also want to explore here. So and you can choose the characters in any order you want. So I'm going to choose Gimli first. I'm going to activate Gimli, and we're going to choose, the first action I'm going to choose is the travel action. That gives me 2 movement points effectively. The first movement point will be to move into here. And then the second, and then I'm going to pause that action. And then I'm going to do the interact action. Yes, so the interact action is basically where you interact with a token on the board. There's 3 types of tokens: search, persons, or threat. And what you do is you actually activate it in the app. So you go to the app, I believe, and you click there, and you get "This forest is filled with animal life and you spot several promising game trails." Now that didn't cost you anything. You can click on that just to get a description of what it was. Yeah, and you can click on that. Black winged crows, yeah. And you can click on that. You can click on these without doing anything. Whether you're supposed to or not, I don't know, because you can always cancel out. But if you see this arrow here, that means it's an action. So if I want to interact with this token here, I spend an action and I click search. That's what I'm going to do. Following a clear game trail, you come across a giant horned hart. Giant horned hart. Right, are we going to let it go or hunt it? What's a hart? I don't know what a hart is, but let's hunt it, because then we can sing some songs about it. Yeah, let's hunt the hart. Waiting for the perfect moment to strike, you watch the hart draw closer. So we need to test that, and it's 2. Right, okay, so it's a deer. I thought it was a deer. So we need to test agility. Oh dear. Gimli's not the most agile, and he's wearing ringmail. And ringmail says decrease your agility by 1. Oh, and I just noticed, if you would ever test wisdom, spirit, or wit, you can actually test might instead. Oh, that's useful to know. And at the end of your turn, you may discard this skill to prepare a song skill from your discard pile. If you do, gain 1 inspiration. I need to look at that in a minute. Yeah, all the characters work different ways, depending on the character themselves and the role that you've taken them. Rick said what we were all thinking. What did Rick say? What did Rick say? Oh, Luke's here as well. Hi, Luke. Hart is an archaic word for deer. Right. I've missed Rick's chat. He's gone too fast. Right. Where were we? We were testing... we were testing agility. Right. Now, we've only got 1 agility and we need 2 successes. Right. So this is totally going to fail. Oh, look, I got 1 success. Now, that's a waste. That is a waste. Okay. That is a shame. So we failed. The hart startles at your nearness and gets away. Discard this search token. Boo. Right, okay. So that was a waste. Don't go hunting deer with a fat dwarf in heavy ringmail making a loud noise. Okay, now we've still got the other movement from the travel, so we're going to move to here. So we are now at the end of the turn. So I can discard this skill to prepare a song skill from your discard pile, and that's the whole point of that card. And I do have one. So I am going to discard Endless Melody to put the Travelling Song into play. That is now prepared. When you move into a space, you may discard this skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each gain 1 inspiration. Okay, so I can do that next turn. Right, that is Gimli's turn, I believe. Gimli is a musician. Yes, it was voted on in the chat. And yeah, thank you for the chat for, White Hart Pub. Of course, we have a White Hart in Columpton. White Hart. Of course I knew it was a deer. I was just testing you. That was it. It's good to see people in the chat chatting to each other. Yeah, excellent. Right. Legolas's go. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to interact with this icon here. Don't know why, but why not? As you approach, you see an old dog doing its best to keep the crows away with weak baying and the snapping of its yellow teeth. What's a dog? What is a dog? Is that an old word for... No, I'm kidding. Right, so Legolas needs to test wisdom, and he needs a 1. Needs 1 success. Wisdom is 3. Just checking my stuff. Okay, so yeah, we're testing 3 wisdom. 1, 2, 3. And we have 1 success. Excellent, right. Did we only need 1 success? Yes, we only needed 1 success. So we've passed. You chase the crows away and give the dog some peace and quiet. It licks your hand in gratitude and then lays down to rest. You linger a while with it, scratching it idly behind the ears before moving on. Scout 2, then discard this search token. Okay, right. So, Scout 2, which as we know is draw 2 cards, prepare one of them, and then do something with the other card. So I'm going to prepare Unyielding Spirit, and I'm going to put the other one on the top of my deck. Okay, so that's that done. That was my first thing. Now, rather than choosing the travel action, I'm going to use Trailblazer. So this skill here says sprint 1, during your turn discard it to move 1 space, and before you sprint, gain 1 inspiration. So I am going to discard Trailblazer to gain an inspiration, to then move to here, and then with my second action, we're going to interact with that token there. Okay, so Legolas has gone here. Here we go. You note the garb mimics that of Brelanders, but their accents are varied. These are not merely local riffraff. You pause to consider what is your best approach. Okay, so we have a choice here, and we might as well, we'll make this a little bit interactive, since people are joining the chat. Which of these options do you want me to do? In fact, number them. So 1 is this, well met friends. 2 is step away from the tomb or else, and 3 is sneak up and eavesdrop. So 1, 2, or 3. Put your options in the chat, and please don't try and get me killed. Okay. So 1 is well met friends, 2 step away from the tomb or else, and 3 sneak up and eavesdrop. Let me know what you want me to do, and I will try to count the answers in the chat. Right, so 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 3, 3. Okay, lots of people suggesting 3, so we're going to go with that one. We're going to sneak up and eavesdrop. Sneaking. Slinking behind a tree, you attempt to get close enough to overhear the group's conversation. Right, we need to test agility. Now, thankfully, Legolas is pretty good at agility. So let's switch back to this view. Legolas's agility is 4. Whenever you interact with a search or threat token. Ooh, could have done that. This is not a search or a threat token. No, it is a person token. Okay, we're testing agility of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Not sure what happens when your deck runs out. I think you shuffle your discard pile and put it in. Right, we have got no successes whatsoever. Absolutely none. But we've drawn plenty of these fate, which means if we wanted to, we could spend 1 inspiration to convert one of those into 1 success. And I think that's what I'm going to do. Because unlike the other tests, we don't have a specific value for this one. So we put in how many successes we got, and then we get, and it tells us what happens. So I'm going to spend the 1 token. Sorry, there you go. So yeah, we put in how many successes we got in here. Was it a bad draw? Are successes likely? So in your starting deck, there are only about 4 successes. The idea is that you build up the inspiration, and then you can spend that inspiration to gain the extra successes. So yeah, it wasn't a particularly good draw, but if I had lots of inspiration, then it would have been great. So we're going to put 1 success in. and we'll see what happens. The ruffians are tense, but you overhear them discuss plans to loot 3 other ruins in the area before returning to their lair. Suddenly a crow shrieks and a bandit hisses, "Quiet, we have guests." You hear blades drawn and footsteps growing closer. Become hidden, then discard the person token. Okay, so hidden is one of these, what did they call them? Statuses. And this is the bit I remember now from last time. This doesn't really work. You can be hidden and then still move around the board. It doesn't make any thematic sense whatsoever. But Legolas is hidden. So if you are attacked, before you test, prevent all damage and discard this boon. Boon, that's what these are. And when you attack, you can discard this boon to add a success. So I can either attack from hidden and get an automatic success, or if I am attacked, then I can prevent all the damage. So that's that, and then discard the person token. Okay. Yes, magic. Okay, now, I'm going to get quite excited now because I've spent the last 3 weeks painting my figures and this is the first time they're actually going to be used. Your enemy shows no sign of mercy nor any inclination that they will accept the same in return. With malice in their eyes, they raise their weapons, ready to defend what they have stolen. Place 2 ruffians as indicated. And I haven't varnished these yet. So the ruffians are going here. So they're not facing the right way. Okay. Objective updated, defeat the ruffians. Okay, so these are the ruffians. Right, so let's put the other camera on and let's try and show you. Oh, this isn't working quite so well as I thought. Hang on a minute, let's put that one back on. I've got my cameras all twisted around each other with the cables. I did spend a good half hour yesterday trying to find a way to not use the overhead camera. But yeah, the quality of this is not great, and it is a bit dark because my lighting is mostly overhead lighting. But anyway, you get the idea. So yeah, that's the 2 ruffians. Yeah, they look better like that. Anyway, that is the 2 ruffians. Let's get this camera out of the way. Right, okay, so that is our new objective. We've found the thieves and we now have to defeat the ruffians. And you can see down here we have the ruffians down at the bottom. Right, okay, so do we have any other actions left? I don't think we do. I think both characters have now taken their 2 actions. So we can't attack, and unfortunately Legolas is here, but he is hidden. So that's good. Shadow phase. Right, the shadow phase is evil's opportunity to strike back. So I need to presumably go to the app and say, my turn is over. Is that? Or that? No, we don't want that. I guess it's this. End the action phase, yes. Okay, so now we go to the shadow phase. Now in the shadow phase, the app will tell us what's happening. So your fellowship is prepared to face the shadow. Each hero gains 1 inspiration. Awesome. Right, okay, so let's just put 1 inspiration on both the characters. Okay. Then, right, so you can see here it's highlighted this enemy group and it is moving to and attacking Legolas. So I believe from last time I played this, it will move to and then attack Legolas or another hero if it can. Now it doesn't need to move because they're in the same area as Legolas. Did I use my free sprint as an action? I used my skill card as a sprint, yes. What I didn't do is I didn't use my once per round ability because that requires spending inspiration. So I didn't do that, but I did use my skill. Why do all the orcs and goblins in Middle-earth sound like farmers? Yeah, that is true, because they are farmers. They're all farmers. Right, anyway, let's get them out of the way. What are we doing? We are... Yeah, it has a priority target. And if it couldn't find anybody, then you would click no target. Okay, so it's attacking Legolas. So the group of ruffians are attacking Legolas. So we click attack. Here we go. Your foe gives you a sniff of disdain before unsheathing a gleaming longsword. So that is actually going to do 2 damage and 2 fear. But spirit negates. So what you do is you do a spirit test, and Legolas' spirit is 2, and for every success you can disregard one of those forms of damage. Now, we do have this hidden, so I think I'm going to discard that. So it says, if you are attacked, before you test, prevent all damage and discard this boon. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Skill cards are not actions. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we're going to discard hidden. If you are attacked, before you test, yeah, prevent all damage and discard this boon. Now, it prevents the 3 slashes damage, the physical damage. It doesn't prevent the fear. So I think we still do a test. I think we do. The chat will tell me if I'm getting this wrong. So I'm still doing a test of spirit. And any successes will now come off the fear damage. We got 2 successes. There you go. So Russ, if you're still watching, earlier on we were unlucky. Now I've just drawn 2 successes. So there you go there. We take no damage. Awesome sauce. The shadow deepens, though hope yet endures. Threat increases by 4. Now it's increased by 4 because there are 2 exploration tokens left, and each one of those generates 2 threat. I believe that's what's going on in the background. So we click that. There you go. And when he gets to 15, something happens. Right, so it's the rally phase. Each hero resets their deck and then scouts 2. Okay, so let's look at the rally phase rules. Each hero resets their deck by shuffling their discard pile into their deck. Oh, so maybe you don't do it if your deck runs out. That would be right. Actually, that would be thematic, because that deck is for the day. So shuffle the deck into the discard pile and then scout 2. Yeah, usual thing. Yeah, okay, right. So Legolas's cards. Oh, 1 threat per token and 1 threat per hero. Okay, thank you, Ian. So it's 1 for that, and 2 because there's 2 heroes. And I believe threat tokens as well, if there were any on the board, they apply. Right, these are the 2 cards that we've drawn for Legolas, which is Ancient Wisdom and Time of Need. So I'm going to take Time of Need, and I'm going to put Ancient Wisdom on the top of my deck. Okay, and Gimli, yeah, I haven't sleeved these cards yet. I might try and find some sleeves for them tonight. I don't know whether I've got sleeves of this size. If they are the same as the Gloomhaven attack modifier cards, then I do have sleeves of this size. And I'm not going to sleeve all of the cards, I'm just going to sleeve like the ones that I'm shuffling and using all the time. Right. Okay. I'm going to take Kinship as a card, and I'm going to put Fury on the... No, actually, I'm going to take Fury as a card, and I'm going to put Kinship on the bottom of my deck. There you go. Yeah, Fantasy Flight Mini American Yellow Packs. Right. There we go. Right, so that was the rally phase done, I think. Yeah. Rally phase is done. We've scouted to action phase. Off we go. Right, we're getting into the swing of things now. So, what are we going to do? Well, I think Gimli is going to go first. Gimli! Gimli is going to choose the travel action first. His first movement is going to be into that space, and then he's going to sing a song. When you move into a space, you may discard this skill for you and up to 2 nearby heroes to each gain 1 inspiration. So that gets discarded. Now, I think nearby is your territory and an adjacent one, but it doesn't matter. Now, Gimli's limit is 3. Gimli can only have 3 inspiration. So that's there. Right, that's that done. We've still got 1 movement point left, but we are going to interrupt this movement from the travel action, and we're going to attack. So, attacking is not something we've seen before. Tests. It's a type of test. Yeah. Item abilities. So Gimli has a battle axe. If I get 1 success, it's 2 hits and sunder. If you get 2 successes, it's 6. Let's go back to the app because I think if you're attacking, you click on that. So we can see here there are 2 ruffians, each of which has 5 health. There are no special bonuses. Okay, some of them have special bonuses and armor and things like that. This is just 2 ruffians with 5 hit points each. So yeah, so what I do is choose a hero, choose one of the stats listed in the upper left corner of the item card. Choose one of the stats listed in the upper left corner of the item card. Oh, might. Yeah, okay, so the battle axe uses might. Spend successes to resolve 1 or more of the items. Yeah, okay, so I'm basically doing a test of 4. Now I do have Fury, so I might use Fury, but basically Gimli is doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, attack of 4. Oh, and when you attack, you may place 1 card from the test on top of your deck. Nice. Okay, well I've got 1 success. Okay. So that's definitely going back on top of my deck, but I do have all of these here, and I could spend the inspiration or I could play Fury. So Fury basically says, when you attack, you may spend any amount of inspiration to add an equal number of hits. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, that's not what we wanted then. No. That's basically 1 inspiration for 1 hit, but I think I'm best off. So I'm definitely getting 1 success and the card is going on top of the deck, right? I'm then going to spend 1 inspiration to convert that into a success. So that's 2 successes, that's 6 hits. Can you choose multiple options from a weapon? Or just once? To resolve 1 or more of that item's abilities, each ability indicates how many successes must be spent, and each ability can only be resolved once per attack. So I can't activate the second one twice. So this battle axe is quite cool. I'll hold it up just in case it focuses. But you can spend 1 success to get 2 hits and sunder, 2 successes to get 6 hits. I was hoping I could have spent 4 successes to get 12 hits, but I can't. So I basically, what does Sunder do? Sunder. See modifiers, page 19. Modifiers. Sunder. The Sunder modifier permanently decreases an enemy's armor by 1. So that's no use whatsoever because these guys don't have any armor. So the question is, that's going to kill one of them, and it's going to deal 1 damage to another one. Do I want to spend another 1 inspiration to have another? Yeah, I do. So I'm going to spend another inspiration to turn that into a success. So that's 3 successes. I then spend the 3 successes on this, which is 8 hits. That's what I'm going to do. Oh, all the modifiers are in shorthand on the back of the rulebook. Thank you, Stuart. Right. So we are attacking. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Was it 8? Yeah, and Sunder. Sunder doesn't do anything. Apply 8 hits. Yes. Right, remove 1 ruffian. Right, okay, so 1 of the ruffians gets removed. There you go, mate. You go on. Can enemy attack? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't realise there was going to be counterattacks. If an enemy is not defeated, it regains all of its armour and sorcery, and it may be prompted to counterattack. The enemy group can attack if it is in the hero's space or an adjacent space if it has ranged. If the enemy can attack, select yes. Okay, so yes, the enemy can attack. A ruffian circles around you to find an opening. He wields a dagger caked with the dried blood of its previous victims. So it's 2 damage and agility negates. Now, unfortunately... Oh, you can't see this, can you? Sorry. There you go. Yeah, so unfortunately, he's not good at agility. His agility is down by 1. So his agility is only 1, and I'm taking 2 damage. Okay, so we're doing an agility test. We got 1 success. So we actually take 1 damage. So we need to read the rules on damage. Yeah, okay, so damage. Damage. So basically, whenever you take damage or fear, you draw a card from the appropriate deck. These have been shuffled, so I'm just going to draw this one. And Gimli can take 6 damage and 4 fear. You reveal a damage or fear card from the appropriate deck and place it face up in your play area, and then you resolve it. But sometimes you will be instructed to take a face down damage. This isn't face down damage, this is just damage. So here we go. Concussion. So he's been bashed over the head with the pommel of the dagger. Keep this card face up, decrease each of your stats by 1, and at the end of the turn flip this card face down. So I love the damage mechanic in this game. It's basically this one is a damage card, and if it takes 6, he's basically gone. But this has a temporary effect for this round. All of my stats are down by 1, and then at the end of my turn, it will be flipped face down. Now Gimli still has 1 movement point left, so I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to go into here. So this is counts as exploring. Exploring. You select the appropriate exploration token in the app and press the confirmation button. The app instructs the hero to discard the token and gain 1 inspiration. Exploring is not a separate action, it just happens. Yeah, so we are exploring. Let's go back to this. Right. Explore, yes. Okay, so Gimli gets this inspiration token. That goes on there. A dense tangle of brambles spans the lone path of dry ground. Your journey continues. Okay, so there's nothing else in that area of note. That is Gimli's turn done. Oh, moving out of a space might provoke. Yeah, I think it does, but because this is greyed out, I think it's already had its like attack of opportunity for the turn. That rings a bell. Additional rules, enemies, ready and exhausted. Yeah, so because the... oh, this is cool, because it's a... Yeah, the green screen thing is doing that. Because you can see down there, it's greyed out. That means it's exhausted. If it wasn't exhausted, if it was ready, certain actions will provoke the enemy, which is before you move out of a space that has a ready enemy, or before you interact with a token in that area. Yeah. Okay, so it's not going to provoke it because it's already exhausted. There you go. Awesome. Right, it is now Legolas. Legolas has 2 actions. The first action is Legolas is going to attack. Legolas is going to attack with a great bow. Now, although this is ranged, I think you can still attack from the same place, can't you? There's no penalty for attacking from the same place. It's just you can attack at range. Yeah. I think so. And it is agility. Agility is 4. Just looking at my skills. Did that. Oh, I could have done the Fury. Yeah, I could have done the Fury to get 2 extra hits. It wouldn't have been enough though. So yeah, I think we're just going to attack. So it's 4 agility. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 success. Right, so I need to look at how much damage it's got two left. Right, it's only got 2 health left. So what that means is I only need to do 2 damage. I only need 1 success. So I don't need to boost it at all in any way. I will just get the 1 success, which is the 2 damage. Done. Whack. Right. Remove 1 ruffian. You or a nearby hero gain inspiration. And this is another thing I like about the game, is it's not just you. You can actually give the inspiration to somebody else nearby if it was needed. Now, Gimli has got 2 out of a maximum of 3. Legolas has 2 out of a maximum of 5. And you can see the inspiration's really starting to add up now. So there we go. Right, that's the first action done. We attacked. I then travel. So I travel here and then here. Okay, so we're traveling into area 208A. Oh, wait a minute. Sudden movement draws your eye. To your surprise, a goblin breaks cover and sprints away, disappearing into a wall of brambles. You follow with haste and find, beyond the thicket, a wide valley dotted with a few ruins, no sign of the creature. Lore increases by 1. I can't remember what lore is. I think it might be XP that you spend between adventures on improving cards or something like that. Oh, so this is before this has happened. Right, hang on a minute. Place tile 308A as indicated. Right, 308A. That's this one. And this is going like that. And the map is slightly different each time you play as well. I think there's a few pre-coded ones in there, but it isn't always exactly the same map, even though you're playing the same scenario. Okay, so 308A has been placed as indicated. Oh, and 203B. Oh, wait a minute. This isn't going to fit. I need longer arms. Can anybody buy me a pair of longer arms? Right, so 203B. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to have to just shuffle along these characters a bit. Shuffle that along there a bit. Put my discard pile there, okay. Right, so where's this going again? Lore levels up items, that's it. I think it's going there. Yeah, that goes there like that. Okay. Right, 2 more exploration tokens. So if we don't sort these out, we're going to be getting a lot of threat. Although we are playing on adventure mode. Right, what has drawn such a creature here, far beyond the reach of any orc stronghold? Its armour bore resemblance to that of Mount Graham, but far to the north does that mountain stand. A dark alliance has been formed, indeed, for such a creature to be summoned here. You must find tracks leading to the enemy's lair to continue. Searching the surrounding area will yield the clues and tracks you need. So we need to find 3 tracks. That is our next objective. Yeah, to locate the hidden lair. Right. And then I'm going to go back to Legolas. Second action, travel, move to there. It moves me into here. An ancient oak presides over this stretch of hill land, and a rocky slope conceals a bear den. Discard the exploration token and gain 1 inspiration. So, Legolas is now on 4 inspiration. I forgot to put that on. A storm rages overhead. Place a threat token as indicated. Right, this is a new type of token. We've not seen this before. And it's going in the area where I am. Okay. Your journey continues. Right, except that, I believe, is it. I think we've had our 2 actions. So, yeah, we're done. We end the action phase. Right, so the shadow phase, there are no enemies on the board, so we don't get attacked. Each hero gains 1 inspiration. I don't remember that last time I played. So I think that might be another thing that makes adventure mode easier. So Right, my characters now have their maximum amount of inspiration. Threat increases by 5. So yeah, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay, rally phase. So reset the deck and then scouts 2. Okay, here we go. So Legolas. Yeah, lots of shuffling. Luke is saying that adventure mode is better because otherwise you can get screwed by the app just chucking explore tokens in bulk when you don't expect it. Yeah. Inspiration per turn in adventure mode. Okay, thank you, Ian. I didn't think I remembered it last time. Right, so 2, and I need to be using these cards because I've already got 3 cards prepared. So I'm going to put Tireless in place so that I can put this on top of my deck because this has got a success token. So I know that I have a success token on top of my deck. And I'm already now getting a bit overwhelmed because I've got all of this stuff. And I just realised I've got a cloak which could have been used for something. And I've also got that I need to remember. Yeah. There's already too much going on for me. Right, so 2. Oh, and concussion. Gimli's concussion is now just normal damage. Okay, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to put that on there and I'm going to put that on there because I don't need any more inspiration. So the travelling song is going on top of the deck as a success token. Yep, thank you, Tom. Just noticed the damage marker. Right, that is that. We are now into the action phase. So we should do Legolas first, I think, because Legolas is here with this threat token. Let me just click on that threat token to see what it is. Yeah, a storm rages overhead. Let me have a look at Legolas's stuff. When you interact with a search or threat token, before you test, you may discard this skill to test agility instead and scout 1. Or I could discard this card to move 1. So I think we're going to do that. Yeah, I think Legolas is going to go first. First action is going to be to search this threat token. Shadows shift and surround you in the violence of the storm. Right, so it is telling me to test wit. And I need 2 successes. Now, my wit is 3. But I think I'm going to use this light-footed card. So this basically says when you interact with a search or threat token, which is what I'm doing, before you test, discard this skill to test agility instead, so 4 instead of 3, and scout 1. Now, does the scout 1 go first or afterwards? I don't know. Anybody know? Anybody know in the chat? Light-footed. Does the scout 1 happen beforehand? I'm not sure. I don't think it does. I'm going to do it in order. Right, so we're testing agility 4. We need 2 successes. And now that we've got loads of inspiration, this shouldn't be a problem at all. So I've drawn my 4 cards. We have 1 success, 3 fate tokens, so I will discard an inspiration to convert one of those into a success. And then the scout 1 basically means I get a card and I can choose to put it into play if I want to, and I will. Right, okay. Scout afterwards. Yes, that's what I've done. So we have succeeded. We've passed. You are prepared for any adversity, and you happen to prefer the cover of darkness for some tasks. Gain 1 inspiration. Yeah, got loads of inspiration. Discard the search token. The sky is angry with dark and storm clouds. The sky is angry and dark with storm clouds. Every so often, thunder rolls through the area, followed by wind pushing back against your progress. This storm means your journey will be all the more difficult. However, they say adversity builds character, so perhaps this is an opportunity in disguise. Okay, now. That was Legolas's first action. Oh, I've completely lost the plot of where we were. Yes, that was Legolas's first. I was thinking, did he move here? No, he moved here last round. So that was Legolas's first action. So I guess my second action is to travel. There's nothing else on any of these, so we go 1, 2, and we move into here. The spray of these waters keeps the banks damp and muddy, perfect for preserving footprints. Discard the token and gain 1 inspiration. Yeah, I'm already at my max inspiration, so that's actually lost. High in a tree, you see a shoddy platform crafted from old lumber. The vantage point might make it easier to spot signs of the thieves. Place a search token as indicated. Okay, so we're putting a search token in there. Next. Looking down a muddy ridge, you notice what may be tracks on the shore. The way down, however, is steep, slippery, and bears no clear path. So we need another search token here. Your journey continues. Right, so I think that is it for Legoland. Yeah. He interacted with the search token and then he moved too. So I've got all of these things here. I could use my Trailblazer or I could use this. I think I'm... Oh. Yeah, no, I will. Once per round during your turn, you may spend 1 inspiration to move 1 space without provoking attacks. I'm going to because I've got so much inspiration. I'm actually going to spend 1 to move to here so that next turn I can then interact with that and then move on somewhere else. That's my plan. Yeah. Oh, at the end of your turn, you may discard this skill to perform an action that you have not performed this turn. Well, there's only 3 actions. There's travel, interact, and attack, and I've done 2 of them, so so that's no good. Right, I think we're good. It is now Gimli with his little legs. So I think he's just going to travel twice. Yeah, because he's not got anything that allows him to move any faster. No. So he just goes travel, 1, 2. Travel. I'm going to have to go there and just waste the point. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done. It can be used to double travel, then attack. Watch out for zombies. Oh, Russ is going out to the shops. Yes, good luck. Can you get me some Jaffa cakes? Yeah, double travel, then attack. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that is good. Right, okay. So we are done. Shadow phase. Each hero gains inspiration. Way too much inspiration. Threat increases by 4. Rally phase. Okay, so shuffle that in with that. Yeah, lots of shuffling. Now, I've already got 4 prepared skills. So what happens, because you can only have 4 max, can you replace? It's important that their prepared cards are separated from other cards. If you ever have more than 4, discard cards until you only have 4. Okay, so you can temporarily go above and then discard down. Yeah, if they've got any of those orange and cranberry Jaffa cakes left, they're really nice. Okay, so I'm going to put that one on top of my deck because that's a guaranteed success. And I'm going to replace Undying Spirit with Undying Might. Okay, Gimli. So Gimli didn't do any cards in his turn. No. Draw 2 cards. Ooh. See, the cards with successes on are really good cards. So I kind of want it in play, but I also want it on top of the deck. Okay, now that's going there, and I'm going to put kinship in play. I just need to remember I've got all of this stuff. Right, that's that done. We are now action phase. Yeah, right, okay. So, I was also just something while I'm here. There was something I was going to do. And that was to make this text a little bit, there you go, except that's going to mess it up on the other presets. Right, my go. We'll do Gimli first this time. Yeah, I think we're going to do Gimli first. So the first action Gimli is going to do is he's going to interact with this search token here. Now hang on a minute. This sounds like it would be an agility check. Yeah, I think I've done this wrong. I think I've got the wrong characters in the wrong place, Gromit. Change of plan. Yeah. Okay, change of plan. Legolas is going to go first. And Legolas is going to interact with this search token. Yeah, so we're going to climb the tree. So first action is interact with the search token, test agility, and tell it how much we've got. So his agility is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got 2 successes, and we can spend up to 2 more if we really want to. I mean, we've got so much inspiration. We probably do want to spend some of it. So I think I might just spend all of it. I might spend, not all of it, spend the 2. So I've actually got 4 successes, which I'm pretty sure is way more than you actually need, but we'll do it anyway. Pulling yourself onto the rickety structure, you gain an exceptional view of the area. Gain 1 inspiration, then discard this search token. Okay. So you get an inspiration back. Discard the search token. You cast your gaze deeper into the wild. Perhaps the remaining thieves and their allies from Mount Graham are hiding in those hills. Oh. Right. Okay. Well, that's changed a bit. I didn't realise that was going to open up over there. 200A. Is it 200A? Yeah, 200A. I think I'm being blind. Ah, found it. 200A goes there. Which means we are going to have to zoom out and rotate a bit. Yeah, there we go. Bit of a mess, but we're all right. So yeah, so tile 200A has been placed as indicated. Oh gosh, I should have waited, shouldn't I? 305B. That's 305B. Right, 305B is going. Oh, there. That's what happens when you climb a big tree. Oh gosh. And more. 206A. Yeah, that's it. Any more? No, 3 exploration tokens. 1, 2, 3. Gosh. I should have remembered from that fog. You compare the information you have discovered with what you already know of the region. Seeing no obvious signs of the lair, you begin to surmise where the lair may be and continue your hunt. Lore increases by 1, tracks needed 2. Right, so we found 1 lot of the tracks. We need to find 2 more tracks. And looking at it, I'm not even sure if it is here. It could just be that we go up here and we find it. But let's see. Let's see where we're going to go. So this was Legolas. This was Legolas's first action. I'm trying to work out what Legolas should now do. I think what we're going to do is we're going to use Trailblazer. Or we could move with that. No, I'm going to use Trailblazer first. So I'm going to sprint to move to here and gain an inspiration. Okay, which means I've explored this area. Which is probably going to gain us an inspiration. Ah, yes, I tell you what, hang on. Before I look at anything on screen, I'm not going to do that. What I'm actually going to do is just spend 1 inspiration to move 1 space without provoking attacks, which is my character's special ability. That's what I did. Right. Several makeshift bridges and gates have been trussed to the crumbling ruins. Discard the exploration token and gain inspiration, because here's the inspiration. Okay. A storm rages overhead. Another storm. Right, so we're putting another threat token as indicated there. Your journey continues. Right, so that's all there was here. Right, so Legolas hasn't done any actions yet. He's used his once per round move to there. So Legolas could just go running around all over the place. And let Gimli deal with this. I suspect we're going to need the tracks here. I'm not sure. I don't want to avoid this bit and go up there if then we have to come back here anyway. You can still use your character action to move again. I could, but I was just trying to be efficient with inspiration because I didn't want to lose any. So I think what Legolas is going to do, Legolas is now going to first action interact, because I've got tireless. I'm looking for bad guys, but I don't know whether I'm going to find any bad guys. I'll tell you what I could do. I could travel, and then interact with something down here using the tireless, because Legolas is probably the better one for getting back up here afterwards. Yeah, okay, so we're going to move everybody around. First action, travel. Second action, travel. And I'm going to go to here first, and that's going to explore there. A winding track leads through a copse of ancient trees and a dilapidated hovel, apparently abandoned, slumps nearby. And a dilapidated hovel, apparently abandoned, slumps nearby. So discard that and gain that. So I'm up to 5 inspiration. A young hobbit sits on the ground, her eyes closed in concentration. Place a person token as indicated. Okay, young hobbits is... And a small cairn of stones is draped with green garlands. Place a search token as indicated. Your journey continues. Right, okay, so. Did my character ability. travelled. Still got a movement left. I will go to here, and then I will use my tireless to perform an action that I haven't performed this turn, which will be interact. Yeah. Small cairn of stones draped with green garlands. Search. The garlands are woven leaves and vines with a few blossoms dotting the verdant ropes. The cairn of stones is well balanced, the stones polished and clean. The stubs of a few candles are melted into the ground around the array. So I need to test spirit. Sorry, there you go. You didn't see that, did you? There you go. So yeah, we're testing spirit. We need 1 success. I might have to get a second monitor for the app to run on. That would save me a lot of hassle because I'm having to alt-tab between all the various things on here. So yeah, I'll try and get that set up for next time. Anyway, we're testing spirit. I got 2 spirit. I need 1 success. Have I got any bonuses? Possibly. I'll just spend 1 inspiration. There you go. So passed. This must be some sort of shrine or memorial. You light the candles and sit You light the candles and sit before the festooned stack. You empty your mind and then take a few slow breaths. You feel at peace here. Flip 1 fear card face down or discard a face down fear card, then discard this search token. Okay, I don't have any fear cards. So that was a nothing. And I guess the more you play this, next time, if we see a pile of cairn of stones like that, we know what it's going to do. And therefore we don't bother exploring it. I guess so. Right. That is Legolas, I believe, done. He did 2 travels and then he used his time of need. So that is Legolas finished. Now it is Gimli. And Gimli is not going to attempt this because I am 90% sure this is an agility check. So I think Gimli is going to maybe go here and try and interact with this storm. Yeah, why not? So we'll go there and we'll interact with the storm. The air is unseasonably cold and you feel your blood pumping slower with every moment exposed to the elements. Test might, and we need 2 successes. If you are a human, you can spend 1 inspiration to convert all fate into successes. I am not human, I am a dwarf, but I do have a might of 4. Just checking my skills. Okay, what have we got? We got 1. We got a 1 success and a fate. So I will spend an inspiration to convert that fate into another success. So that is 2 successes. So we have passed. Adversity only serves to make you more determined to succeed, and you dare the storm to do its worst through gritty teeth. Gain 1 inspiration and become determined. Then discard this threat token. Okay, so determined is another boon, like the hidden one that we had earlier on. And determined says, when you test, you may discard this boon to discard any number of cards from the test and reveal that many additional cards. Okay, right. Where are we up to? Where are we up to? Oh, Frodo's back. Thank you for joining in. Yep, the map has expanded a bit. Just a bit. Okay, so... yeah, so what was he doing? He was travelling, he interacted, he's got 1 more travel left. Do we go into a new area? Yeah, why not? Let's go into here. Although he is at his max, so maybe not. No, we'll just go here. Okay, that is the end of the action phase, I believe. Shadow phase. So we know enemies on the board, but the threat is going to go above 15. Oh, each hero gets an inspiration. Yeah. Way too much inspiration. The shadow deepens, though hope yet endures. Right, so we've crossed the 15. From a nearby tree line, you hear the warble of an unfamiliar bird. Then, Without further warning, arrows whistle through the air around you. Each hero has to test agility, and each hero test agility needs 2 successes. Each hero who fails suffers 2 face down damage. Right. So first of all, let's do Legolas. We need to test 4 agility. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, we need to test agility. We've got 4. We have drawn 2 successes. So yeah, that's fine. So Legolas avoided the arrows. Gimli, however, I'm pretty sure Gimli's going to get hit by the arrows because his agility is only 1. But there is this aid. Before a nearby hero tests, are you nearby to yourself? That is the question. Where have I put the rule book? Here. Let's look up the definition of the word nearby. Nearby. A component is nearby another component if they are in the same space. A component is not nearby itself. So no. So he's got a skill that can help others if they're nearby, and he's gone and run off over there. Yeah, so we're just testing agility. We get 1 card. No, failed. So 2 face down damage. So you don't look at it. It is just 2 face down damage. So Gimli has actually taken 3 damage now in total. Ouch. Right. Place 1 orc hunter on the indicated space. Okay. I will get... Now, these figures have been painted, but not based yet. Where are they? On the floor, down here. Yeah. So, yeah, I've not finished the basing on these yet. Not that you'll see. And place a goblin scout on the indicated space. Goblin scout. We can go there. Rally phase. Okay, so before we go to the rally phase, let me just get battle cam. Okay, so yeah, again, can't really see them that well. Yeah, this quality is not really that great for this webcam. Everything just looks super dark and contrasty. Let me try this and see if I can up the brightness a bit. The colour looks all very washed out as well. Okay, there we go. It's a bit brighter. Yeah, the colour's very odd. It's a bit yellow. Oh, that's going even more yellow. Yeah, that's going the other way. There we go. I'm just fiddling too much with the colours now. But anyway, you can see them. Yeah, they've come out really well, these figures. I think these Goblin Scouts are pretty good. And again, this is a rubbishy webcam, so well, it's actually quite a good webcam, but it's not good at showing up small details. So anyway, that's them. Yeah, the colours are very, very different, aren't they? Let me just reset this. Oh, there you go. That's better. Let's give it a bit of contrast. Right, there you go. So, let's get that out of the way. Do I have a small LED array? I don't. Yeah. No, I don't. But yeah, that's what it could do with. It could do with actually more lights, just little lights around the edge of this table, just little points of light. I might look at doing that next time, just to get some lighting in the side. I have something downstairs that might work. Right, where were we? Each hero's resetting the decks. That's it. Right. So I still don't know what happens when your deck runs out and you need to test. I'll have a read of that for next time. So 1, 2. Okay, well that's a really good card for Gimli. Discarding face down damage, or strike 2 is pretty good. We're going to need that later. So I'm going to take Immortality, And I'm going to put Ancient Wisdom on top of my deck. Right, Gimli. Now, Gimli is determined. I need to remember that. An LED strip, yes. Something like that. Something just... yeah, the problem is power as well. There's cables everywhere. I keep tripping over things. But yeah, a little LED strip just along the inside of this game topper. So just pointing light here, that might work. That might work. I'll try and sort something out later on. Right, we've got some cards. I'm going to get rid of Unyielding Spirit and put Honed Agility in play. And then I'm going to put Time of Need on top of the deck. Okay, that is the scouting done. It is now the action phase. Right, okay, so we have some bad guys on the board. But they're miles away. So we're not, yeah. We're not worried about them. Oh, Andy's just joined in from One Man and His Meeple. Hi, Andy. Thank you for joining in. You may have been here before and I may have missed it. Right. So we've got this here and we've got this here. And we're still looking for tracks. We still have 2 tracks to find. So Legolas is going to go first. Legolas is going to travel. First go here. Then we're going to interact with this Hobbit's. You approach the Hobbit and she gives you an entreating smile. Are you good with riddles? I've got a really tricky one. So we need to test wit. Now Legolas's wit is 3. Don't seem to have any skills. We got 2 successes and I will spend an inspiration token to get 3 successes. Why not? Because I've got so much inspiration. Got it coming out of my ears. 1, 2, 3. She tells you the riddle, and after careful consideration, you venture a guess. She claps her hands in delight. That's it! Well done, you! That riddle has been told in my family for generations. Lore increases by 1. Discard the person token. Okay, there we go. Nice. Second part of the travel is that, and that would be it. But we are going to use our character ability. We're going to spend that inspiration to move to here. And that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so Gimli is next. 2 actions. There's nothing for Gimli to do. Gimli is in an area where there is absolutely nothing, excuse me, nothing around him to do. So I think the first one is going to be to travel, and we'll travel to here, which means exploring this area. Leaves rustle and someone ducks into a dense thicket. You are on the trail of the bandits. Discard the token and gain an inspiration. Except I can't because I'm already at my maximum inspiration. Right, a storm rages overhead. What's this about the storms? I don't remember these from last time we played. A thicket sits quiet and still, its shifting shadows possibly concealing tracks within. Place a search token as indicated. Now, that's where I am. So, yeah, so first action was travel. That's movement 1. I will now interact with that search token. Peering into the dark depths of the thicket, you find your eyes locked with another's. An orc's eyes, dark pits of contempt and hatred, gaze out at you. You have found an ally of the thieves. Test. That is wisdom. Now, Gimli's wisdom is rubbish. It's 2. However, Ringmail says if you would test wisdom, spirit, or wit, to negate. Oh, right. Yeah, that makes more sense. It's good at protecting. Now I have this. Will that work? No. No, 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 no. Nothing works. Right, okay. So, it is test wisdom and I have no bonuses. Before a nearby hero tests. No, I'm not nearby. Okay, so I'm testing 2. 1, 2. Let's see what we get. I've drawn 2 fate icons, so I am going to spend 2 inspiration to make that 2 successes. And let's see if that's enough. You step into the thicket, and the orc inside stumbles back, caught in the tangle of branches. With a flash of steel, it lashes out, then breaks away, leaving a hint as to the direction of the lair. It has dropped its knife, however, and you pick it up for inspection. The dark, brittle metal is the cheap craft of Mount Graham. Why and how are these creatures so far from their vile and distant home? Lore increases by 1. Suffer 2 face-down damage and then discard this search token. Now, this is not good, because Gimli has now taken 5 damage out of a possible 6. He needs a rest, or a healing potion or something. With the clues gathered and the enemies you have faced, you begin to fear that there is no lair of exiles and lowlifes. Sorry, this is no lair of exiles and lowlifes. What you are closing in on is a stronghold of the enemy, fledgling though it may be. Your fears, unfortunately, have proved true. A darker purpose and master is being served here. So +1 lore and tracks needed, now 1. Okay, so that's good. We only need 1 track now. However, Gimli has taken 5 damage and can only take 6. If that was Legolas, he'd be dead by now. Okay, so that's going to go. And that was Gimli's turn. And I think that was Legolas's turn as well. Yeah, that is it. That is the end of the action phase for me. So this is where we have the bad guys now moving. So first of all, we both gain an inspiration. That's right. Right, so move 1, attack Legolas in range. This is the archers, but there is no target. Yeah, so if you look at the board, this orc hunter is here, and there's no way that it's going to be able to get to Legolas. So what you do is you click on no target. The orc counts its arrows as it stalks towards you. Move 2 spaces towards the closest space adjacent to a hero. So it moves 2. Now that's 2 instead of the 1, I think. Let me know in the chat if I've done that right. Should it have moved 1 and then I said no target and then it moves another 2? Or is the move 2, does it replace the first one? And the same here. So is it moving 2 and attacking and I click no target and it moves 4? Yeah, that can't move 6, surely. So snarling, a goblin stalks after you, determined to draw blood. Move 4 spaces towards the closest hero. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Threat goes up by 5. Rally phase. Okay, so rally phase. What's the chat said? No target, don't do previous move. Yeah, thought so. Right, so do we want this more than I want any of this? I want to keep that for later. So Legolas's skill is immortality that gets him the healing. I don't think Gimli's got such a thing. I think I might just put light-footed on top of the deck and discard unyielding spirit. I don't think we need that at the moment. Right. And Gimli. And again, Gimli's already got 4 prepared skills. So yeah, I don't really want either of these. I'll just put one to the deck and discard the other one. I am going to keep the kinship because I think my characters are going to get closer together soon. And I need to remember that Gimli's still determined. Keep forgetting that. Right, so we've done the rally phase. We're now in the action phase. Well, I think we should do Legolas first, shooting this goblin. So because he's got range, so he can shoot it from a range of 1. So yeah, let's do that. So we're going to attack the goblin. Goblin has got 3 health and 1 armor. So I need to deal it 4 damage in one go. That will get rid of it. Okay, so we're attacking with the great bow, which is agility, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. We have got 1 success, but a fate, so I'm going to spend an inspiration to make it 2 successes. 2 successes is 5 hits. Done. You or nearby hero gain 1 inspiration. Well, that's me. So you didn't see that. I did the stuff in the app. Killed the goblin. It didn't last long. 6 hours to paint, 1 figure. Removed in like 2 minutes. Right, okay. So that was Legolas's first action. Now Legolas's second action is going to be to interact. So back to the app, click the interact. Yeah, so this is the muddy ridge, because I'm guessing this is going to be an agility check, which it is. So an agility check of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've drawn 1, 2, 3 successes, and I'm going to spend an inspiration token to make it 4 successes. Why not? 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway down the steep slope, the mud gives way beneath you. Keeping your footing, you slide down with care and come to rest beside the tracks. They are heavy and wide, large for a man's. Strange though it may be, it appears a large number of orcs have travelled through this way. Is that a track? Is that a track? Yes, it is. At last you have located the hidden lair of your enemy, nestled in an old ruin. Faint silhouettes of orc sentries dot its high ruined towers, and you see more movement within. Aware of your nearness, they scramble to ready a defence. For you, all that remains is to devise a way in without their notice before these defences are prepared. Okay, so we need a search token there. We have a new objective, which is the final one, to infiltrate the lair. With the knowledge of your destination, you observe outposts and patrols that until now were hidden from your notice. Ooh, 3 ruffians on the indicated space. Well, first of all, hang on, let's put the search token here. So this is their lair. This is where we're trying to get to. But we now have 3 ruffians appearing there, which happens to be with Gimli. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, poor Gimli. Right, okay. Time for battle cam. Again. And it'll be super dark. But there you go. That's sort of come out all right, haven't they? Yeah, you can see Gimli hasn't been painted yet. He's just been undercoated. But yeah, they're the 3. I've not painted them all the same. Unlike the orcs and the goblins, where I've painted them all the same, the ruffians, I've actually given them all different coloured tunics and different coloured, you know, one of them's got hair, different coloured beards and things like that. So yeah, bits of them are the same, but yeah, I tried to vary it up a little bit. So anyway, that's them. Don't know why the quality of that webcam seems to be too low. Right, so yeah, so Gimli is now in that place with all of those people. Was this Legolas? This was Legolas, wasn't it? So this search token should be removed, I think. Yeah. Right, now remind me where we were up to. This was Legolas's turn, and is that the first thing he did? No, the first thing he did was shoot the goblin. That was it. Well, he needs help. So I'm going to use my sprint to gain an inspiration and to move 1. And then I could spend an inspiration to move another one. Yeah, I think I will. I'll use my character ability to go here. Now, I don't have any actions left, so I can't actually do anything else. Will battle cam go lower? Well, actually, battle cam might go lower if I just take it off the tripod and actually just hold it. So yeah, battle cam could actually go lower if I just hold it. There you go. That's come out pretty okay here, hasn't it? It's just the colours. The colours seem all weird and washed out. But it is a Logitech webcam and not a you know, £1,000 overhead cam. Right, anyway, where are we up to? I think that's Legolas done. Doesn't have any actions left, can't attack. Perfectly healthy, hasn't taken any damage or anything. Gimli, however, is mostly dead. He's taken 5 damage out of 6 and he's now faced with these. And unfortunately, if he moves out, he's going to get an attack of opportunity. So we are going to attack. That is the first action that Gimli is going to do, which is attack the ruffians. They've each got 5 health. None of them have got any armor, as you can see from here. So let's have a look at what Gimli can do. Gimli is attacking with his battle axe. It is a might. So he's got 4 of these. And I've got determined and I've got fury. So I can definitely do some stuff here. We have got 1 success. Yeah, before we do that, right, I'm going to use determined. So when you test, you may discard this boon to discard any number of cards from the test and then reveal that many additional cards. So I'm getting rid of determined. I'm getting rid of those 3 and I'm going to draw 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, well that's complete overkill because I've drawn 4 successes and I cannot use all 4. I can only use 3 max. Okay, but that's fine. So 3 is 8 damage. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my fury skill. Oh, there's the damage that I've just done to the ruffians. So now I'm going to use my fury, which is when you attack, you may spend any number of inspiration to add an equal number of hits. Oh, and this doesn't discard the skill. I just realised the card stays there. Oh, and after you attack, place 1 card from the test on top of the deck. So I'm just going to put that on top of the deck. Okay. So yeah, so I'm going to spend 2 inspiration for 2 more hits with the fury. Yeah, I didn't realise. It doesn't discard it. There you go. Apply 10 hits. Smash. Remove 2 ruffians. Can the enemy attack? Yes. So bear with them. Oh, you're not seeing this. Sorry. I keep forgetting to switch. So I've killed 2 ruffians. 2 ruffians are going to get removed. Again, 6 hours a piece to paint them. They're on for 2 minutes of fame and then they get deaded. Right, so now it's the enemy's retaliation. Your foe swings a heavy warhammer as easily as he would swing a wooden toy sword. Might negate. So it's 2 damage, but might negates. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1 success there. We don't have any other successes. But have I got anything? Have I got anything? No, I don't. I don't have any inspiration because I used it to kill that other ruffian. So it's 1 success, which means I take 1 damage. Okay, now that means Gimli has taken... I'm just thinking, I keep forgetting to switch between the 2. So you just missed that there. Oh, and the chat's gone as well. It does this now and again. It's a little bit temperamental. I have to go in and then it comes back. So yeah, apologies for that. Would kinship allow Lego to do anything else? What does the kinship card do? Yeah, before a nearby hero tests. It's when Legolas tests if he's nearby to Gimli. So anyway, what you've... oh, John's in the chat. Hi, John. Good to see you. So yeah, so what's happening is Gimli's taking a damage, and it is Fever. Discard 1 inspiration. Doesn't have an inspiration. Flip the card face down. Right, so now I need to read the rules on damage, because Gimli has taken 6 damage, and he can only take 6 damage. Last stand. After a hero has suffered damage or fear, if they have a number of damage equal to or greater than their damage limit, that hero must perform a last stand. To perform the last stand, a hero selects the party button in the lower left corner of the app, which is the bit covered by me, so you can't actually see it, but it's there. Yeah, that green button. There we go. So who's performing a last stand? Gimli. Is this damage or fear? Oh, this is really bad. Is this a damage or fear? Yeah, it puts fear on the left and damage on the right. That's really bad. Damage. Okay, you muster your last ounce of strength. Basically, we need to test might and we need to get 1. Okay, so I hope we're going to do this, although we have no cards left. So this is where we need to read the rules on what happens when you have no cards left in your deck. Where is that? This could be bad. Gimli could be dead. It's all going so well. It's not there. Interrupting enemy activations. Okay. Placing enemies, elite enemies, duplicate enemy groups, prepared skill cards, nearby, apply traits. A hero resets their deck by shuffling their discard pile with any remaining cards in their deck and placing the newly shuffled deck face down. This happens during the rally phase when there are no cards remaining in their deck and where in effect instructs them to do so. Okay, so it happens now. Okay. Good. It's not in the test section. No. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and we need 1 success. We got 1 success. Well, we got 2 successes, so that's fine. So we passed. Discard all face down damage. Wow. Okay. Gain an inspiration and continue the adventure. Like full heal. Oh, but what's this? Oh, this is something. I don't know what that is. Who knows? Right. What's happening? I've completely forgotten where we're up to. Was that Gimli's turn? Gimli attacked? So can Gimli attack again? Yeah, Gimli can just attack again, can't he? Okay, so yeah, let's do it. Let's attack again. So another 4 cards. Two successes, which is 6 hits. Done. How do I get out of this? Okay, there we go. Right, so attacking the ruffians. Attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I know 6. I know 5 kills them, but I did 6. Remove a ruffian. You or a nearby hero gains an inspiration. So that'll be Gimli, I think. It could be Legolas, but Gimli's down on inspiration. So that goes there. The ruffian gets removed. That was Gimli's turn. That was Gimli's 2 attacks. So we are done, I believe. Shadow phase. Right, so we have... everybody gains an inspiration. And then... moves 1. Yeah, he's not going to get... No, it's so far away. It's still here. So it's not going to get there in time. So we're going to click the no target. And it moves 2. Yeah, so 1, 2. So it's just moved from there to there. Okay. And then the shadow deepens, threat increases by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Why is it 5? I'm not sure why it's 5. I thought it would be 4. But anyway, it's going up by 5. So we've passed a new thing. An elderly crow perched in the shadow of a dying elm watches you with malicious intelligence. Its incessant cries grow louder and shriller until it erupts into flight and streaks over your head, followed by the cries of more dangerous foes. Right. We have another orc hunter. Now this one has a banner on it. That's because there's 2 different groups of orc hunters now on the board. So we need to mark it with a banner. So that is an orc hunter here with this banner. Okay, anything else? No. So it's the rally phase. And then we're done. Okay, so rally phase. Let's reset. Let's draw 2 cards. How much inspiration have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think it's time for battle cam again. You can see these orc hunters that are painted. Let's just turn this one around. There you go. So yeah, now these have not had any highlighting on. They have had shading done on them. Again, you can see they're quite dark, but that's because of the lack of lighting from the side. If I angle it upwards a bit, you can see. There you go. You can see that it's quite. Yeah, it's come out quite nicely. They just haven't had any highlights on them. I don't know whether I'm going to do that. It's just a case of painting the others first, really. Anyway, Legolas is... Lose track of how many actions you have left. That's just me. It's me and talking to the chat and stuff like that. So that's going in play. That's going to the bottom of the deck. So, anything good? Oh, both good. I think that's going on top of the deck, and this is going into play. There you go, and that's being discarded. Right, it is the action phase. So, we need to get into the lair. That's what we need to do. So Legolas is going to go first. Legolas's first action is going to be to interact with this token. The enemy's lair is hidden within an old ruin. All that remains is to devise a way in without their notice. Careful to avoid discovery, you scout the area around the old fort. So I am testing wit. So my wit is 3, but kinship. Before a nearby hero tests, yes, you may discard this skill for that hero to reveal an additional 2 cards, and if they are a dwarf, you may scout 1. Okay, so an additional 2 cards. So it's actually 5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have got 2 successes, and I can spend an inspiration for an extra one. So I will do that. I've got 3 successes. So 1, 2, 3. The patrols, though lacking in vigilance, are surprisingly numerous, and you are not yet able to locate a way in. Now, I remember this from last time. What the app has done is it's remembered I have 3 successes on that test. Okay? It's not like that's a pass or a fail. It's remembered that there's 3. So the next time we dib it, which is probably going to be like right now, yeah, so we're going to do it again. We're going to search again. Yeah, you recall what you've learned and continue to formulate your plan. It's like a rolling set of successes. So we're testing wit again. So we're back down to 3 this time. Okay, and I got 1 success and 2 fate. So I'm actually going to spend 2 inspiration to make that another 3 successes. Just checking my skills to make sure I don't have anything else. Yeah, so 3 more successes. Slipping past the last patrol, you find a way into the structure without raising an alarm. The heroes win! You have caught the bandits by surprise and will face the bandit leader on even footing in the next adventure. Lore increases by 2 and each hero receives 4 experience. There we go. That is the first adventure done. Wow. Now, let's talk for a minute. I was going to perhaps, the plan today was to do 2 scenarios. However, it is 4:15, and I was aiming to finish at around 5 o'clock. Okay, I'm not going to do a second one today for a few reasons. The first one is my stomach is grumbling and I'm really, really hungry. The second one is that I do actually want to experiment with some side lighting somehow. And if I just stop doing this now, I can try and get some side lighting for next time. And 3, I really wanted to be finished at 5 o'clock because I said I was cooking a dinner tonight. And I'm not going to be finished at 5 o'clock if we do another one now. So we're done for today. Thank you very much for joining me. This has been really enjoyable. This has been as good as I remember. Perhaps slightly better. There's stuff that I will say about this game, but I won't say it now. I'm planning to be back for this, because you know my plans, they change, next week. Okay? I have a full schedule Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of this week. So I will be back at some point next week. I say that's the plans. Who knows? Keep an eye out on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you click on the little bell because you never know. I might do another one of these later tonight. You never know what's going to happen in this house. Things change all the time. So now that it's all set up, I'm tempted to do another one tonight if I can fit that in around the personal plans that we have. Not sure. But yeah, watch this space. What's for dinner? We're doing I can tell you the ingredients. It's the recipe that we found. We bought the ingredients. It's got rice, something else and something else. I can't remember. Vicky's found the recipe, but I'm cooking it tonight because of course I didn't really do that much in the house for the last 6 months. So in January, because Vicky's going to be working hard and working late, I said, you know, I do the cooking. It's only fair because I'm kind of taking this month mostly off work. But anyway, yeah, we're done. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. And as mentioned at the start, this and all of the other videos that I'm doing this month are purely funded through the Patreon campaign. None of the videos that you're going to see over the next month are going to be commissioned. They're only possible thanks to the support of the Patreon. So if you are in a position to be able to support me, even just $1 a month, and you like the content that I create, and you want to help me buy some LED light strips for the edge of the table, then check out the Patreon page, which you can see there, patreon.com/gaming rules. But other than that, I will be back the next planned stream. Okay, planned. What day is it today? Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday today. So the next planned video should be my top 10 games of 2019. That isn't a live stream, but that should be filmed and edited, and that should be going live tomorrow. But then tomorrow night, so Wednesday night, 7 o'clock GMT, Viscounts of the West Kingdom 4-player playthrough using Tabletop Simulator. That's the next live stream. But as I say, watch this space. You never know what's going to happen in the next 24 hours. But for now, I will say thank you very much. I'm going to go downstairs, get something to eat and drink, and then have a look at some lighting. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.